Okay, let's go.
I'm breathing heavily.
Yeah, same.
We could hear laughter coming out of the vents.
We've been spotted.
David, welcome to Daily Xtra.
It's nice to be here.
You're the co-director and subject of a film here at Hot Docs called Tickled about competitive endurance tickling.
Yes.
First of all, can you explain what competitive endurance tickling is?
Yeah, so competitive endurance tickling is this competition that runs in Los Angeles. So like fit young men are flown into LA. They're paid, it's about $1,500 cash. You know, they're put up in a really nice hotel and they just need to put on Adidas, like athletic Adidas clothing and just tickle each other. And it's called competitive tickling. So I came across this website and I thought, this is the most amazing sport of all time.
Right.
So when I discovered a strange video online, I knew I'd found my next story.
CET, competitive endurance tickling group we got here.
Competitive endurance tickling. It was one of the strangest sports I'd seen.
And what made you decide to create a documentary about it?
Well, back in New Zealand, I'm a light entertainment reporter, so I'm always looking for like weird things on the internet or weird stories or people doing strange things. And so I thought this would be like a 2-minute story at the end of the news. But then I went to their Facebook page, this tickling organization, and said, can I do a story? And they just replied, and one of the phrases they said was, we don't want to deal with a homosexual journalist. Paraphrasing slightly, but along those lines. And I was just like, what is going on? Because like A, you've been Googling me, which is a bit weird. B, the sport is one of the, like to be honest, it's like young, attractive dudes tickling each other. It's very like, homoerotic. You know, like really homoerotic. Like these guys look like models and they're all tickling. It's pretty gay. So that response, once I got that, I started working with Dylan Reeve, who co-directed the film, and our little team, and we sort of just kept looking more and more into it, and it got weirder and weirder from there.
I mean, obviously it's just for fun.
Is it just for fun? It's tickling.
You know, I was young at the time, didn't think nothing of it, and I was like, $2,000, that's gonna be cool.
I mean, imagine being a teenage boy. She would just keep sending them whatever they wanted.
She offered my one buddy a Chevy Cruze and $30,000. The money's endless.
This tickling empire is way bigger than we ever imagined.
They have tickle cells all over the U.S. They're everywhere.
And at some point, these boys say, I'm done. The thing that she hates the most was no.
There's this ongoing kind of theme of homophobia, I suppose, where a lot of the guys that are in these videos aren't gay. They identify as being like straight. They're quite, they're quite heterosexual. They find themselves in these tickling videos, and then they're being portrayed sometimes as homosexual after the fact. And so that's almost used as a weapon against them in a way, like kind of trying to insult their masculinity. So it's super confusing without having seen the film, but I think there's a real lesson just not to be homophobic.
Your phone number and your personal information are entirely known and subject to publication on the internet.
All hell broke loose.
All of a sudden, these videos are on YouTube, Vimeo, and every other site you could imagine.
Sending emails to the high school that I coach at.
What do you think your mother's gonna think about this?
We're shooting a documentary.
I understand what you think you're doing.
If you want to stick your head in the blast first, do it.
Jane O'Brien's a ghost.